Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Underrail, shall we? So, we're going to continue with this complete beginner's guide here in 2022, or at the end of it anyway, and we're looking for Jonas's watch, and we want to explore the power generators. Alright, so let's start working around to these different power stations. And open up. Alright, so first things first, let's go stealth. Now if I look at the map here, we've labeled this outpost, and we can go to the east or we can go over to the west. Now, I'm gonna just move toward the west for now because I see this kind of like tank up here, and I'm wondering, that looks like either an outpost or, you know, because here's a tank for this outpost, or maybe even the power station itself. So there's two rat hounds here. Do I need to even fight them, you know, is a legitimate question. I want to speed my movement up by pushing the plus key. And let's just see what happens if I go over here. Now, I can't get to this, it looks like, unless I open this door. So I want to do this in a way where I'm only fighting one rat hound at a time, right? If possible, because I don't... this is bad. Well, it doesn't have to be. I could throw a grenade, right? It's with horrifying accuracy, though, unfortunately. You know what? I can see an outpost here. Let's just see what happens. We'll try to take out one. Now, notice how there are these stalagmites in front of me, and I was able to shoot through them. Sometimes the hit detection on the game with your abilities is a little wonky, and it depends on what kind of ability you're trying to use. For example, electricity operates differently from cryokinesis. And I'm going to just keep shooting this guy. We actually killed him, so I'm just going to walk back. Now, this guy's going to see us, but that's okay, because what we can do is just push 3, and we're going to telekinetic punch that guy and stun him. And then I'm going to move as far away as I possibly can. And I'm going to push spacebar, save some action points, let him unstun. And then I'm going to push 4. Ah, darn. Sometimes this happens, and it's just unfortunate. So you'll see I'm trying to blast this guy with cryokinesis, but you notice that the movement line wants me to go to that square that's in green to cast this. Because, you know, like I said, it's a little bit wonky. It's not letting me fire through this open gate for some reason. Like the chain link fence is messing me up. So I don't want to move up there and fire. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to right click to turn off that ability, and I'm just going to walk all the way down here. Now the rat hound will follow me, okay? And I'm going to let it. Now I can't see him, unfortunately. I could step here. Yeah, okay, cool, and we can see it. And we're going to fire right here, and you'll notice, again, just always pay attention. I'm going to have to move upward to hit this guy. So I'm going to use 10 movement points and 20 action points to fire. But I can now fire again with my remaining action points because of the talent that we took. We're at full health, so we're getting this reduction in action points for our abilities, and it's so nice, right? So, you know, the feat, rather, that we took of Tranquility is just so beautiful. All right, so I'm going to push F5. I'm in the habit of quick saving the game all the time. When I kill stuff and, you know, when I complete a battle, because I don't want to do things over. And I had saved the game right when I started, so the idea there is basically if my quick save was loaded in or set up in an untenable position, I could still reload back to this point and be okay. And that's just a tip for any kind of very difficult RPG like this with multiple saves, is there's 2 autosaves in the game that happen whenever you zone, and there's some other events that will cause an autosave to trigger, and the game will tell you. So that means, like, you're not locked in with autosave. There's 2, and then you can quick save. You have one of those, but also you can just create your own manual save, and you can see with my Let's Play, I think I had like 50 saves where, I wouldn't use them all, but it's so helpful in these old games to have multiple saves so you can go backward further if you kind of get yourself in a really, really bad spot. All right, so I'm going to walk up here, and I don't think there's going to be any more baddies, and there aren't, all right? So there's nothing highlighted here. There's no treasure back here by this tank. There are some rocks. Now, rocks, it says 70% on here, which is my chance to hit it. And you can hit rocks and destroy them, but not with what we have right now. We'll get some items to interact with rocks and clear passages later, but right now we can't do that. So I am going to go ahead and stealth myself because I don't know what's inside here, and I'm going to save it. Generally, with a locked or a closed door like this, you don't expect to find people in here, but we did find that it's locked. And guess what? It's locked, but we have lockpicks because we bought them, and we have enough lockpicking to open this door. So I'm going to use this door, or use my lockpick rather, and I'm going to use my lockpicks on my action bar. I'm just going to go ahead and drag these lockpicks onto number 7 next to my flares. Remember, I had lockpicks set before, but once you use them all, they actually disappear from your action bar. There isn't a placeholder, so I needed to reset them. All right, we're going to open this up, and we find that this is indeed another outpost. So we have found an outpost here, and I'm going to save the game, and then I'm going to quickly go to the map by pushing M, and we're on this tile, and I'm going to say another outpost here, just so I remember that there's 2. All right, and then let's look around. So there's a box, and there are shelves. Let's check out the shelves. Oh, yeah, we found border guard orders, which gives us an experience. And this is an oddity. And we found some boots. I was really hoping for this. We found gasoline and an insulated vest. Now, gasoline, we don't have the chemistry to use it to make some incendiaries. And the insulated vest, though, we're going to take because it sells pretty well. And the gasoline doesn't sell that well for its weight, but this does. So I'm going to take the boots and the vest. Now, check this out. I don't have any boots on right now. These boots do give a 1% armor penalty, which, isn't great, but they're going to boost our agility and our stealth. And they give you 1% mechanical resistance. So these are just nice boots for us right now. Give us a little boost to our stealth. And there's a power switch there that we could turn on. Now, this box, we could actually open it. Usually, boxes like this will be locked, and you need to open them with hacking. So these will never be locked with a lockpick. These kind of boxes always have an electronic lock that you need to hack. And doors will generally be lockpick only, and lockers will be lockpick only. So there's obviously a need for both. I'm going to take all of these things because these capsules just weigh like nothing. So we can get those, and I'm going to save it after we clear everything else. Now, luckily, we ended up getting ourselves a couple more health hypos, so that's just so fantastic. All right, let's explore over here. And I see nothing. I'm going to walk up. All right, and here's another rat hound. I'm stealth. Okay, and here's a rat hound. Ooh, here's 2. Okay, so this is a kind of a tough spot. Now, this rat hound can't get to us through the chain link, but this one can. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to cryo this rat hound. Now, remember, he's hard to see because he's behind the wall, but you can see the eye like filling up as he's starting to detect us. I'm going to blast him, and I'm going to use this and blast him again. We actually killed that guy, which is great. But this guy might get some hits on us. Let's see if we can tele-punch him. And we can't. We have enough action points to do this, but we don't have the movement points because telekinetic punch has a very short range, a range of 5, whereas cryokinesis has a range of 12. So we're going to just walk backward and take it on the chin from this rat hound, unfortunately. But he only hit us once, and he only hit us for 2. Now, he's so close, I'm going to tele-punch him just to take his turn away. And we can't get super far away from him, unfortunately, but we can get here. And I'm going to walk here. Remember, to leave the zone, it takes action points to do so, and it takes 25, and we don't have that. But if you get yourself to this square, that means the next turn you will be able to leave if you need to. So I always like to position myself here just in case. We'll push spacebar, save 10 action points, wait till the next turn. Now this guy's got a second wind, meaning we're not going to be able to stun him again, but what I'm going to do is just cryo him. And unfortunately for us, we ran out of psi points, and he's almost dead, right? And now I have enough action points left, so what I'm going to do, there's a couple of ways to do this. Either way, I'm going to take damage. And it's a shame, because even that 2 damage that we took ruins our tranquility. So I am just going to push spacebar and take the damage to my face right here. He's going to be able to get to me, but he's not going to be able to hit me that much because I slowed him, and then now our psionics have regenerated, and I'm going to hit him. Now, of course, I could have used a psi booster there and killed him on that turn. I'm going to push enter to end combat, but I don't want to do that. I'm going to take all of these because I want to save psi boosters. They're just so valuable. All right, let's check it. This remains. Oh boy, okay. I didn't realize that there were more. All right, now here's the deal. There's more rat hounds down here, which is okay, but the problem is that I'm not at full psionics, and I also, I'm going to end combat and go back out here. I also don't have that much in my reserve. So I think we're okay. I'm going to save it just to see. We should be able to beat these without using a inhalant, but we're going to find out. Again, I'm super stingy, and I like to milk this out as much as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and just cryo this guy. Oh, we got lucky and crit him. That's so good. We're just going to run over here. Now, his buddy heard it, and he's right here. We're going to telepunch this guy, and then we're going to blast him with cryo. Oh, we killed them both. Enter. Perfect. It's very nice when you get crits. Now, you'll see right here, our psionics can't regenerate anymore, so we have to use one of our desaturated psionic inhalants, and we will. And we're going to save the game, and we're good. And we got back to full health. Which is fantastic. And let's see. I honestly don't know how we got back to full health, but I'll take it. I was under the impression that you don't really regenerate that much in this game. I was at 82. Maybe, I don't know if I gained some when I zoned. Ooh. Oh, we rolled initiative, but I think it's because of the rat hound that's through the other side. So I'm just going to leave. Now that rat hound that's through the fence is going to have seen me forever, unfortunately. So I just have to deal with that. Yeah, and he's right here on us. Oh, there's 2 of them. Ooh, wow, okay. Well, this is going to be a situation where we're going to kind of have to do a really bit of funny walking around. I'm going to just put all my damage into this guy and move over here. And we're going to take a ton of damage right here. Luckily, it's not too much. Once we start to get some armor, I'm going to kill this guy. And we have enough. I'm going to just leave. Once we start to get some armor, we can mitigate most of the damage that these guys do. We're down to 69 health, but that's just completely fine. I'm waiting just for my psionics to completely recharge before I go back. Now remember, even if I stealth, which I will, but it's not going to do anything for us because that enemy, the rat hound, is going to remember where we are forever, and that's okay. At this point, we're equipped to deal with this. Oh, there's 2 of them. That's a crying shame. I didn't expect this many, but that's rat hounds for you. Now, we could throw a flare to get them to run away, but I'm okay with this setup. Let's just kill this one right here. I'm going to stun it. I'm going to blast it, and I'm going to walk here. And I'm going to push spacebar to end the turn. And I'm going to kill this one, and then leave. Same thing. Just we're going to wash, rinse, and repeat this. I'm going to wait for my psionics, and we're going to go back. So this is kind of like stair dancing and dungeon crawl stone soup. I mean, The enemies are there. They're going to get a free round on us. They're probably going to win initiative because we're not that fast. But in the end of the day, it still doesn't matter, and we have to regenerate our psionics. We can't just fight without them. This character build is not equipped for that. So I'll stealth again just to pretend like it does something, just as a best practice. But now we are down to indeed just one rat hound, and I can get this guy. And we luckily got them in 2 shots. So there we go. Remains. We're just going to take everything right now. Quentin will buy pretty much all of the rat hound like organs and skins and stuff that you find, or at least some of it. And, you know, we'll take any money that we can get. Now, I'm hurt enough that I want to use a bandage. Remember, we bought so many bandages, so this is actually not that difficult for us to do anymore. It's not as dire straits, and now we're getting the benefit of our tranquility, all right? Yeah! Okay, we got a fancy rat hound here. So we got another one. So now we are, you know, 2 out of 6 on the way to the next level. And we're going to go ahead and push 9 and stealth up. Now, I think we pulled in all of the rat hounds from this area, but you never know. And remember, rat hounds can spawn a lot, and they can spawn even if you clear it out. Okay, and let's go over here. Now, this is a junk pile, and we're going to check this. Cool. We got some bolts. Okay. Remember, here's the power generator. Fantastic. So remember, we're looking for any kind of lootable item for us. All right, so here's the power generator. We're going to click on this, and we can insert the flux controller. And it's inserted, and we say, turn it on. And bam, it's on. So now this one is on, and we got an experience point for the oddity. And the other way you'll get experience is by completing certain quests. So sometimes when you finish it and you go back and turn it in, you'll get experience, and boom, another border guard orders. Now, look at this. It says studied 2 out of 3 times, which means if we look at this, this will be the last time that we can actually get experience from the border guard orders, but that's okay. We're going to take it, and we also get a psi booster, which is so good for us. Take it. Yes. All right. And we're going to open this door. All right, fantastic. Open that one. I like to have these open just so I can make a quick escape. Some doorways you cannot, like there are certain things like ladders and certain doors that you actually can't open during combat. So you might want to have it open. Now, I can't remember if fence gates you can open or not, but you just want to not, you know, have that work against you. Okay, so I'm going to look at the map, and you'll notice that it does have the power generator labeled, and there's a picture of it, so I don't need to actually label that right here. It also tells us that we encountered rat hounds here, which is nice, you know, just to remind you. And here's another outpost down here. Let's just go to this one really quick. And let me, I'm going to go inside, and I'm going to shut the door. All right, fantastic. Let's turn on the power switch. Got it. And, oh, yes. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I like to save my money and just use it for blueprints up front, because eventually you're going to start finding stuff. And now, here's the sad day. Border guard orders, we find it, but it no longer will give us experience. So, bon voyage. We're still going to take it, but it says you fail to learn anything new from this oddity. So, you know, it's a crying shame. And this one is locked with hacking 15, but we're going to be okay. And we have now turned on one of the outposts. So there's a total of 5, and we found another one right here. Okay, so I'm going to actually just put that here. You can see it on the picture, but I'm going to outpost activated here. And I'm going to also say power station turned on. Just keep track of what I'm doing. All right. Beautiful. Open the door. Let's walk around here. I want to just make sure there's no treasure down here, and there doesn't appear to be, but it's always worth fully exploring. Such a big deal if you can find like a random oddity or something lying around. All right, there's a rat hound up here. There's actually 2 of them. All right, and we're going to get the drop on them. So I'm going to go ahead and blast this guy. And blast. Now here's something interesting. What I could do is blast this guy in the back. And then I'm going to move back and just wait. Okay, it was kind of foolish. Sometimes you can, if you can hit 2 of them, what ends up happening is you do enough damage such that, or you slow them enough rather, that they can't get to you. Anyway, we killed them both. And they didn't drop anything, sadly. I'm going to go stealth, and we're going to wait for our psionics to recharge. Alrighty. And let's just make sure there's nobody else over here. There's not. Okay, so we are in this zone, and we use the arrow keys to move around the map here. The only way in is where we came in, and then there's a square north. So let's just see if there's any outposts to the north up here. Okay, walking, and well, looks like it. There's some explosive barrels. Okay. Let's see if we can hit the barrel and blow it up. Wouldn't that be nice? Bam. So, what I did there was I just used cryokinesis on the explosive barrel. And you'll see that the explosion killed one rat hound, and then the other rat hounds, I'm just going to right-click on this rat hound, and you can see this guy right here, he has fear, and he is not going to act rationally, okay? So that doesn't always mean the best for you, but it usually means he's just going to run around wildly, okay? So I'm going to shoot this guy, and we hit him, right? And we're just going to push spacebar, and they're moving. And this isn't ideal, but basically what this means is they're crowd controlled for a turn, okay? So we're going to kill this one, and then I'm going to blast this guy, and I'm going to try to make my way over here. Now, you'll notice, okay, what has happened. It's always important to keep track of when you do something in terms of when things will wear off. And so what I mean is I exploded and feared those guys. So the fear in that case wore off on their turn with the timer and not mine. Okay. So they didn't get an attack on me because the fear just wore off. Right. So anyway, this guy right here has 1 chill. I'm going to... We don't actually have enough psionic points left. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I am going to use... Oh, it's tricky. I'm going to blast this guy. Okay, we killed him. And I can blast this guy. Yeah, cool. Good enough. And we'll move over here. Now, we're going to take some damage, sadly. But not much, and what it does is just saves us a booster, and we're going to blast this guy. Now, here's another trick for you. If you right-click on the rat hound, okay, to bring up its portrait, sometimes you can miss target in this game and click on the wrong thing, and one way to prevent yourself from doing that is just, if you know with the red circle that you have your target selected, you can actually use your ability on the picture up here on the top and just guarantee that, you know, there's no funny business. I'm going to push enter and end the turn, and we did it. So we took a little bit of damage, you know, undoubtedly, but we got to make use of exploiting their fear of fire, okay? And we were able to take down all of those. And look what we found. The old watch. We found Jonas's watch. We're going to take all of that leather. Now, you'll notice I didn't explain it at the time, and I can't really show you right now, unfortunately, but they got a buff on them. I think it was agoraphobia or something to that effect, which is basically they... I'm not saying that word correctly. What happened is after you fear the enemy and they take 2 turns of being feared not acting, they can't be feared again for 3 turns. In the same way, you get a stun resistance, so it prevents you from using one ability to lock things down. Now, that anti-fear ability doesn't preclude them from being stunned, so you can chain different status effects, but when they come off of that cooldown, just know that that's going to happen. Alright, so we were able to just do that very nicely. So if you can do anything flaming to rat hounds, it's generally a good idea. I'm going to save the game. Now, we could go back and talk to Jonas right now, but I'm already up here. I just want to look around, and indeed, we found ourselves another outpost, okay? Now I'm going to save the game. And I'm going to go in here. And this outpost, you'll see, is actually occupied. There's like a dude in here. All right, I'm going to... oh, no, I don't want to go into combat just yet. I'm going to kind of just turn off stealth. And I'm going to walk in. Now, this guy with the crossbow is going to talk to you when you come in. And he says, hey, get out of here. This is my territory. And you can say, I'm reclaiming this outpost in the name of the Southgate Station. And he says, haven't you vultures taken enough already? Caves belong to no station. Now get the heck out of my home before I bolt you in your ugly face. So you have some choices here. You can either just fight him. You can use your intimidate skill if it's high enough to get him to leave. Or you can just say, okay, I'm leaving. And I'm going to say, okay, I'm leaving. I'm not going to fight this guy right now. Now, when you look at your quest, it says there's 5 outposts and you need to activate 3 of them. So as long as you get 3 outposts, you get full credit. But you do get a bonus if you get all 5. So it's up to you if you want to kill that guy. Or if you want to not. Or if you can intimidate, that's up to you as well. I'm going to leave him there for now. All right, so we have 1 outpost here. We have the generator. We're going to go over here. And we're going to pick up these 2 outposts. And this will get us enough. I'm going to actually stealth, just in case. Sometimes rat hounds do emerge. It usually takes them a little bit of time, but I don't want to mess around. So I'm going to kind of flip the switch. Boom. And that's been reclaimed. So the idea is this. You get to make a lot of choices in Underrail. Your own moral choices of what your character does. And it affects the game. It affects who lives, who dies, obviously. And that will affect the story in your playthrough and some of your options and possibilities. And, you know, there's really no right or wrong way to do it. It's just how you want to roleplay your character. And right now, I'm just going to roll my... on my Let's Play, I killed that guy. And at this time, I'm going to let that guy live. If you kill him, you can take all his stuff, which is, you know, always nice. But I'm going to let that digital guy survive. Now, there's 3 rat hounds on the screen, which is a bit unfortunate. Ooh, but we got a double crit. That was so nice. All right, I'm going to then step here and slow that guy down and just end it. He's here. And, oh, this guy didn't see. He didn't call out, so his buddy didn't see. So we can just do this. Now, I am going to run away because you'll notice that my psionic reserves are pretty much tapped. So I need to move over here. Use an inhalant. So my inhalant did restore my health. And it doesn't say on the inhalant that it will do that. But I don't know. It just must be some kind of like unwritten benefit of the inhalant. And I'll take it because it gives me my tranquility. Alright. So we know there's a rat hound down here. I'm just going to stealth and try to get the drop on it if possible. There it is. You can't see him. He's behind the wall, but the eyeball is the key. And we're going to go ahead and just... I'm going to right-click on him. He's hard to see. I'm just going to blast his picture. 1. Dead. Okay. And we'll just let him die. And then stealth, you'll notice, has a little bit of a timing cooldown, so you can't, like, instantly go into stealth, that kind of thing. You just have to wait for that to cool down, just like combat. And we'll take all of this, and we're going to go up here. There's a gate, which usually means, hey, hey, hey. And there's also a rat hound up here in the corner. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and right-click this guy so he's a little easier to see, and do this. Got him. And combat, he did drop some stuff. And leather. We're going to start getting over-encumbered soon, but right now we're okay. There's a barrel. Let's check inside. Nothing. That's sad. Lockpicking 12. Well, lucky for us. We can pick the lock. Open this up. And here we are on the map, by the way, on this screen. And I'm going to say, it says switch encountered, so that kind of keeps track of it for you, but I'm just going to say outpost here and activated. All right, so I am going to activate it. This is locked with hacking, and there are some shelves. And ooh, look at all the cool stuff we get. Leather armor blueprint, an Omega ID card oddity, and cave hopper leather armor. I'm going to take everything. Even if I don't want to use it, I can sell it. Unfortunately, another border guard. Order a throwing knife, a frag grenade, and a Molotov cocktail. Take all of that. Everything, all of these supplies belong to us. We're going to go around here. I'm going to curl around the back just to see if there's anything. There's nothing. So, now, if I look at the map, we've gotten 2 outposts turned on, 3 outposts turned on, and 4. And then there's an outpost here. I'm going to leave a note. Outpost here with dude inside. I left him alive in the outpost. All right. I'm going to leave him there. Again, that's entirely up to you. Now we have, there's 5 outposts. We cleared 4 of them. And we got Jonas's watch. So I'm going to just go back to Jonas. And the easy way, obviously, is just look at the map. And whenever there's a zone connection, it'll be done with these orange lines. And then you can just use that to orient. Like I was here, I knew I needed to leave south to go to this place with old Jonas. And we're going to go here. And I'm going to kind of come out of stealth and talk to Jonas. And I found your watch. And he says, that's the one. Where'd you find it? In the belly of a rat hound. He quirks an eyebrow. I knew those things would devour anything, but a metal watch? So can I have it now? And he's like, I'll give you a reward. And so you can just say, hey, you can just have it. I'll take a submachine gun. Give me hypos. I need boots. I'll trade it for all of it if you want. Or you can be like, I'll keep it. And I'm going to be nice. I'm just going to go with like a nice person. I'm going to be like, you can have it. Because I don't really need a submachine gun. And I'm going to be like, oh, thanks. From now on, you're getting only the best deals. Okay. And so now he's going to give you like a good deal. So when you barter with him, you should, get things for cheaper, which is cool. And we could buy bear trap, trapper's belt. If we want to use traps, I am going to buy all his lockpicks anyway. And be happy about it. And he also sells a headlamp. If you want, I suppose. And I'm going to trade it. And go. Now we're good to go here. So we've done Jonas's quest. If I push N, you'll see that there's a check mark through it. It's all done. Now we can use this here and ask to come in. They'll look at us with the camera. We're good. And now we can go... basically talk to Tanner in the comments section and tell him that we did it. So we're going to go down here and talk to Tanner and be like, dude, we did it. And he's going to be like, I've and he's like, what's up, Incomp tutorial? And I'm going to tell him I've reactivated the power generator as well as some of the stations. And he's like, good work. We can start the process, and here's your credits. And then you'd be like, excellent, so what's next? And then he says, there's a few jobs waiting for you. Brett needs you to do a hopper roundup, and he'll instruct you on what to do. And so we now need to go talk to Big Brett. And then after we've done that, come see him again, and you could say, understood. Now, you'll see we got an experience point for doing that, so we're almost 3rd level. We're 1 experience away, which is tremendous. Now what I'm going to do is actually go here, and I'm going to go to my private quarters, and I'm going to check to see if we've received any email update on the quest here about Harland. All right, so I'm going to check my personal computer and personal messages, and it says Minibot from Harold, and he says, greetings, the Explorer is ready and sent to Harland. Remember, don't forget to get it fully charged before dispatching it. All right. Cool. So we say back, exit, good. All right. So now we can go talk to Harland, I suppose. And by the way, we did get 300 credits for completing the quest. So now we got a little bit more money. And I'm going to take this down to agronomy. And talk to Quentin and trade and sell him as much as we can. 1, 2, 3 leathers. He'll buy how many organs? Remember when you're selling people stuff to try to sell them like the most valuable of what they'll buy. And I'm just going to say auto, and he's going to give us 77 for that. And then this will update. He will buy 3 more. So I'm going to split this and just give him a stack of 3 and sell him these 3 and be like, dude, you want these? And he does. And now we're good. Oh, he'll also buy this blueprint of leather armor, which I don't want. Now, it's usually a best practice to like just use every blueprint on yourself so you can learn it. But I know personally I'm not going to be crafting leather armor, so I'm just going to get the money for this. And then now I want blueprints for things that I do need, which would be extract humor. Okay, and we'll trade. Now, extract humor, I can right click on this, and now when I go to crafting, you can see with extract humor, like I could take out this organ, and then I could use the ampule. Okay, so whenever you're on this crafting screen, I'm going to kick these back. Anything that's usable here is going to have that brown transparency on it, just like when you're trading. So you can just double click it and it will go into the right slot. And I'm going to double click the ampule and it'll go into the right slot. And you can see this is how we can make blood to craft our own health hypos. And I'm just going to make all of the ones that I can, right? And so we had enough biology to be able to do that. So we have blood. So like if you go to health hypo, you see that you need blood, insectoid, saliva, anticoagulant, and syringe. We have anticoagulant, we have syringe, and we have blood. Now we just need that saliva. Okay, so we're getting closer to being able to do exactly that. And it's fantastic. And we're going to go over here. And our next quest is something that we get from Big Brett, who is here. So I think this is a good place to end the episode. We have found Jonas's watch. We turned on all of the power stations. We're doing a quest now for Big Brett. We're almost ready to level up, and we can. We got some more blueprints, and we've explored some elements of combat, and we're doing really well with our character as we start to build up. We also got some really nice boots, and we're gathering a pretty good arsenal of consumables, but you can see that our desaturated psionic inhalants are starting to run low. And if you need, at this point, really badly to get that going, you could go down here to the Mushroom Cove and pick mine shrooms, okay? Because mine shrooms are necessary once you can process plant fungus, which we can because we bought the blueprint for that. You can use psi shrooms and ampules to get the catalysts that you need to craft either boosters or inhalants. So keep an eye out for those if you are in an emergency. But right now we're going to kind of move slowly and we'll get there. But we might have to buy an inhalant and spend some of our money on that. And that's okay. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're still finding this useful. Take care.